let's talk Fantasmic Dining Package. Our past few trips we've gone, Fantasmic was not showing. And then our last trip that we went, Fantasmic came back literally the day after we left. It was a very sad day. So we were bound and determined to see Fantasmic this time. And we wanted to go about this past Disney trip a little bit differently than all other Disney trips. We wanted to be on our own schedule. And you are normally all the time on the schedule of the Lightning Lane or whatever dining reservation you've made. And this time we just wanted it to be simple. So the less lines, the better. And it was actually quite wonderful. Well, with that being said, we did the Fantasmic Dining Package. The restaurants that you can choose from are right here. I've listed them so I do not forget them. Are Hollywood and Vine, the Hollywood Brown Derby, Sci-Fi Dinner Theater Restaurant, and 50s Primetime Cafe. We chose to do the Sci-Fi Dinner and Theater. What I liked about this was that the Hollywood and Vine was an option to choose, which is a character dining experience. So if you wanted to do Fantasmic and see characters, you could knock two out with one stone. Just saying. And with Hollywood and Vine, you can do breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it is a buffet. I'm not pushing Hollywood and Vine on you. I'm just telling you that that's a really nice choice, I feel like, that comes with this dining package, especially if characters are a huge part of your trip. Okay, so now let's talk about pricing. The prices for Hollywood and Vine are breakfast, $67 for adults, $42 for a child. Lunch and dinner are $82 for adult, God, and $53 per child. Children ranging in the age from 3 and up to 10. And then for the Sci-Fi Diner and Theater Restaurant, the lunch and dinner is $59 per adult and $23 per child. And for 50s Primetime Cafe, this is lunch and dinner, adult is $60, child is $23. And for the Hollywood Brown Derby, lunch and dinner, adult $83 and child $31. Chose the Sci-Fi Dine-In Restaurant, which I've heard mixed reviews about. Honestly, I haven't heard really anything positive about the food there. I'm not gonna lie, but it had the best price tag and there was air condition, and I thought it was really cool that it was like you were in a drive-in theater movie situation, which is something that we don't get anymore, at least where I'm from. And I knew that it would keep my 2-year-old's attention with the big screen and everything going on. The meal came with one alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverage, an entree, and a dessert. So each of us got to have alcohol, no alcohol, entree, and dessert. And it was delicious. It was delicious. My husband and I both got the smash burgers. My oldest got macaroni and cheese, and my youngest just shared from all of us. He's a super picky eater. But it was great. The atmosphere, the food was delicious. Once we finished our meal, they gave us a little ticket so we could get into a different entrance to Fantasmic. Our Fantasmic show started at 9 o'clock. Our server recommended that we got there by at least 8:30 because that last 30 minutes, they will let everybody else standing in line fill in the spots that are reserved for the dining package. So we actually got there about an hour early. We got there about 8 o'clock. We were able to walk on through. We didn't wait in one line. Oh my gosh, it was so nice. We just walked right on through everybody. Certain walkway that the dining package groups go in, and then there is the regular line for everybody else. So you'll just walk this nice path with no line and go find your seat. I mean, we could have sat directly on the very front row. The only reason we didn't is because I knew that people were gonna get wet. So we maybe sat 7 seats back, and I probably should have sat a lot farther because I was wet. I was very wet, but we had a perfect view of Fantasmic. We were dead center. The only time we had to wait for Fantasmic was when we were waiting for Fantasmic to start after we got our seats. So we weren't standing in a long line. We weren't hot. There wasn't a bunch of people around us getting too close and feeling like a bunch of packed up sardines. We were able to get our seat, sit down. My husband actually went up. There's a stand. He got some popcorn, margaritas, drinks for the kids. And we just had some snacks for that next hour before the show started. And then when the show started, it started right on time, and it was just pure magic. There was nobody like too tall in front of us. We had just the perfect straight on view of the incredible Fantasmic show. So would I recommend the Fantasmic Dining Package to you? Yes. Yes, I would recommend it. I would definitely recommend it to people who have never seen Fantasmic before, or for people who are going to be going to Hollywood Studios and planning on doing a character dining experience. You might as well do the Fantasmic Dining Package because you will then get to have a character experience and a more simplified, enjoyable time getting into Fantasmic and having a great view. So like I said, you get 2 things for one. I also recommend this dining package to families with younger children who cannot stand in line for a longer period of time and you want to have a decent seat for the show for your child to be able to see. I recommend this package for you. I do it again with my family. I would do it again with my family if we were taking someone with us who has never seen Fantasmic before. Only because it was just so simple and easy and stress-free. And I want that experience for them too. I want them to enjoy it the way that we got to enjoy it, because it truly is magical to just walk right through, walk right down to an area that's reserved for you, have literally front row, middle stage. Just, I would like for them to experience that and not waiting in a hotline for 90 minutes. Now, would I do it again if I didn't have anybody coming with us that hadn't seen it before with just my kids? Man, it's hard. I'm gonna have to say I would. I would do it again. I think it would all come down to what else we wanted to do that trip and if we could fit it into our budget. Since we had already done it and it was a bucket list thing for us to do and we crossed it off, it wouldn't be high priority. But if we were just going and not really doing any character dining, not doing a bunch of things that cost a lot of extra money, this was just one special thing that we wanted to do, then yes, I would do it again. But if we had multiple other things on our list to do, I would bypass that and save it for another trip. I do believe it would be hard to have to wait in that line and to go into that arena and not have the seats that we had before, and sit there and see the people who are doing the dining package and know how easy they had it. That might be a little, I might be a little jealous then, but it is not something that we will do every trip. I'll just put it that way. Would I do it again? 110% yes. I think it just depends on the trip that we're taking and what we have going on that trip. If you guys like this video and it gave you some good information on the Fantasmic Dining Package, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel if you can. It really helps push me out there to people like you who love Disney content, or are trying to learn for your Disney trip. I love everything Disney and I'm here to help you. So until next time, I'll see you in my next adventure.